So, contemplated on doing this video because obviously my skin is not the clearest. It's actually been the worst my skin has ever been, like these breakouts right here. I know there's a lot of girls out there and a lot of people who have always felt self-conscious for their acne and, you know, who always need to put on their face before they start something, and I'm just not gonna do that. I'm gonna I turned off my camera, but you know what? We're gonna do this. And I'm gonna show you guys how I get my makeup to look the way you guys see it. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm gonna use is my Master Prime primer. Now this is going to blur and work with your redness. So if you do have something, it won't completely get it out, but help the counteracting process. Just gonna grab a little bit and just put it on the areas that I know will need work. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my e.l.f. putty primer. I use this one, or I use a Tatcha that I used in my previous video, and I just rub all of this in, and that's gonna help with like filling in the pores and, you know, all of that. For foundation today, we're gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible to 24-hour fresh wear foundation. Just put it like at first right where all the problems are, and now you can use a brush, you can use a sponge. I personally like to use this one or the previous brush that I used, a cosmetics brush, but that one's all the way over there and it's dirty, so I don't want to go for it. I'm just gonna use my Real Techniques. And then now with the sponge, you really want to kind of blend everything out. This foundation actually really does work covering everything. I'm going to use this e.l.f. concealer. This is the 16-hour concealer, and mine is in light shade, the shade that I'm using. And I'm gonna use the same Real Techniques sponge, blend that out, and you automatically see just how much of a change that concealer does. And I think that concealer was $8. You want to work really, really fast with that concealer because it does dry pretty fast. I have two powders that you can do that I personally use, either or, the Fit Me Loose powder or the Coty Airspun. There's really no difference. There's literally both the same. One of them just has scent on it, and I like using the Coty Airspun a lot. Eye as well. I wish I really had the Milani foundation right now, but I don't. I didn't apply the whole entire face and I bake with it. That's just to really ensure that your foundation does not go anywhere. I know I look crazy right now. The lights are so hot, y'all. This is the foundation powder that I like. This is the Sephora powder foundation. This is like, I think this is $20. It could be more, it could be less. Don't quote me on it. This is the last bit I have. So I literally scrape the freaking edges of it. It is that good. So one thing that I do with my foundation nowadays, that now that I have these breakouts and stuff, I don't put a bunch of foundation on. So I work in small layers, as you did. I just did one layer because I go in with a powder foundation. So it gives me more coverage without it being cakey. It's literally $3 and it works so much better than my expensive brushes. So don't forget the neck, y'all. You cannot. Now that that's set, so to bronze the face, I use different bronzers. This is the Hoola bronzer. I know they have a lighter tone than this one. I personally like the original. And I use a stippling brush because doesn't pick up as much product as a brush like this would. And so that allows the bronzer to not be super pigmented onto your skin, no matter what bronzer it is. I like using these on my clients. I liked using this on people that I did makeup on while I worked at NYX. You see that? Like, it's like flawless. It just applies it so much better. And if you also want to do the forehead, and you want to do it like really from the back, from where your hairline really comes in, so you want to pull your hair back and just go ahead and bronze. And then you want to use, for my nose, I don't really do a lot of contouring for my nose. It's mostly Facetune. Just head and just do a little bit. My last tutorial, I used this blush right here, which is MAC's Gingerly blush. I like using this right now. It's very summer. So I'm not going to contour my face just because I don't find it necessary. I mean, it's a normal day today. We don't need to do, you know, 3 steps above. For highlights, I do like to use pretty much any brush with my highlight. It can be this one, it can be literally an eye brush, it can be literally any brush. I do prefer the Anastasia highlighting brush because it's just right to the point. I'm going to use this Smashbox Spotlight palette in the shade Pearl. This was a collaboration with Casey Holmes, and I'm going to use all of the shades basically. So I'm going to take a little bit of that blush that we used, and I'm going to just apply that on my eyes. But I like the look of it if I'm literally just doing my makeup, like my face makeup. I won't really focus a lot on the eyes. And after that is done, I go ahead and just, you know, take off the foundation on your lips. And I'm gonna add this gloss right here from my last video that I posted. This is a lip plumper from Dior. You don't have to have Dior. But that is pretty much it for my foundation routine for like an everyday, even going out to the store, you know, because that nowadays is called going out. So that's just what I do. I do have acne prone skin, and with this primer I just feel like it helps counteract all of that. So these 2 products just have been working really good for me, and I hope that you took anything from this tutorial. And if you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, my family channel as well. We do have a YouTube channel together, so go ahead, I will link it down below or right here, whichever one. You know, your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you guys soon in my next one. Bye! I've got time for that.